Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. I'm looking at the live chat. The live chat should be active as soon as we get one comment in the live chat. I've been on to the developers and they told me that they're going to be keeping an eye whilst we're going live. So, welcome back to the afternoon show here. Now trying to get myself comfortable in this chair. We're going to be reviewing the news of today from Cannon Fodder TV's perspective. Maybe we'll probably add on just some other bits and pieces of news that's kind of coming within the last few hours. So from the morning show right up until this point here, where we're 10 minutes after the hour of 3 p.m. We're going to be reviewing that news segments there. A little bit. Was it a rant? It wasn't a rant. It was just I was just giving you my opinion about all the Arsenal news and responding in kind to all the comments in the live chat. Yeah, again, we're going to review some news. Is it breaking news? Zinchenko is on the verge of being the next player that Arsenal have signed. Actually, Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. Yes, and there's going to be an honorary mention of the previous manager. He did something miraculous, and I'm thinking, does he deserve to have a statue? Does he deserve to have a statue at Arsenal? I'm not sure. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to make sure that I can see actually everything running live because, again, the developers they should be actually here just checking that we've got some problems in the live chat. But sorry about this, people. All right, okay. So I've got this running parallel with me talking here. So, and we will also be going into the voting, the poll with the hostess, and just see where the numbers land there. What was it? I think it was choose one player between these two players, Gabby Martinelli or Leroy Sané. Who would you choose? Gabby Martinelli or Leroy Sané? Anyhow, without further ado, we're going to get into this afternoon show on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes. I'm just checking there. Nothing's coming through, although I've made a comment in the live chat. We've got problems, man. We've got problems with the live chat. Oh, dearie me. Anywho. Like it does say down here to subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV, and you can hit the bell notification button so you can receive almost the latest and breaking news are right here, right now on Cannon Fodder TV. All right, sorry, I need to do something very, very quickly. Just bear me a second, please. I might have got... Right, okay. Let's just see here if I've... Right, it still says, we've got serious problems here with the chat, but it doesn't matter. God, I'm trying to do this all live on air. It's not good, people. God, you know what? Let me get back to this one here. I do apologize. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay. It's just been completely and closed down. Yeah. All live on air. Anyway, you know what we're going to do? Let's just get into the news segment. Into the news segment because there's nothing I can do. Anyway, people, so the first news segment we spoke about was this gentleman here, and it's going to be within the next few days, I believe, we're going to see Oleksandr Zinchenko. Yes, in a £30 million deal, 2 million add-ons and other bits and pieces. I believe it will be maybe Friday or Saturday we'll get to hear something in regards to this gentleman, another ex-Man City player, signing for Arsenal. Let me just read my thoughts here. Yeah, so after finishing actually the move for Oleksandr Zinchenko, there's the deal was going to be like a 4-year contract, £30 million plus £2 million of achievable add-ons, and now it's personal terms in place too. If goes well, because he's actually on the verge of actually doing his medical. Also expected to clinch their 5th summer signing this week after agreeing terms with Oleksandr Zinchenko over a £30 million switch to North London. The versatile Man City man set to reunite with Mikel Arteta, who worked with the Ukrainian after his stint as being one of Pep Guardiola's coach after a trophy-laden 6-year spell. Oh my goodness! How do I feel about Oleksandr Zinchenko? Listen, it's a signing, isn't it? It's a signing. So I don't want to go too hard on this one. It's good literally that we've bulked up the team there, and I don't know. Oh, because you know what I've been saying, central defensive midfielder. We've bulked up the squad, which is good to see, but central defensive midfielder should have been the next, signing there. Anyhow, I'm more worried about the live chat because the live chat again is just not working at all. Not working at all. What else? What else was there we're going to talk about? We're going to also talk about this youngster here, if I can find his profile. Now Nuno Tavares, I've got to apologize for the sign. You can see. Nuno Tavares makes feelings clear on leaving Arsenal after Oleksandr Zinchenko transfer news. And I'm going to go right down to his quotes here. There's lots of things just lead up to this report here. But he said, I could feel it myself. Fans sent me good messages after the game when it was not going well or when I didn't play good. They feel more support than haters. But you catch the haters more then. But I was surprised because of the support of the fans. He continued to say, I was quite upset, but with no reason because I was a disaster in that game. I could feel that. Nobody likes to come out after the first 35 minutes. I knew that I was playing so bad. When Kieran Tierney came in, I just dropped my gloves as my first reaction because I was upset. Nothing against Mikel Arteta, of course. I understood because I wasn't playing enough on the pitch. So he earned his place back. Remember, Kieran Tierney got injured towards, I think the last remaining 6 games of the season. So he came back in there. But it is understandable. But I always ask the question, why don't players, employ someone to manage, their social media accounts? Why don't employ, people to do it for them? Filter out all that stuff there, and I could never figure that one out. But anyhow, he's just saying there, literally, he felt the love from the fans, and the fans let him know, literally, when he didn't play well. Employ someone to filter that stuff out there. Anyway, modern day footballers, isn't it? Modern day footballers. Then the next news segment we spoke about was, something. Who else was it? Was okay, about this player here that people have been waiting. Now the news, the impending announcement of Oleksandr Zinchenko needs to pass his medical before we can actually announce him officially. Now people are talking about the next target. Who's the next target? I think it's going to be this gentleman here. Yeah, Yuri Tillemans. But David Ornstein, and actually in my video, which is still yet to be rolled out and actually uploaded later on this afternoon, David Ornstein says that, Arsenal are interested in Yuri Tillemans, but it's a little bit, how can I say this? It's a little bit complicated. Yeah, so indeed the journalist states that Arsenal may well need to sell a midfielder before thinking about a move for Tillemans. And did I not say that last week? It wasn't last week, it was a week before that. 2 weeks ago, I said it's possible that Arsenal might need to look at the players who need to be sold. And look at that. David Ornstein must watch Cannon Foy TV. He must watch Cannon Foy TV. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for this gentleman to be announced as maybe the 6th signing in this transfer window. I don't know. Anyway, the last bit of our new segment was in regards to this gentleman sat down. We're a little bit late down on this one, but it's an honorary mention for George Graham. Yesterday, 8th of July, 1987, George Graham signed a new 5-year contract as an Arsenal manager, having taken the club to 7th in a 1986-7 season, the highest position since 1982. So that is that. But I did want to mention, and I think we've done this from different, I don't know, from different angles. The question has been framed in a different way. Do you think George Graham deserves to have a statue at the Emirates or something at the Highbury Stadium? I'm not sure. The Emirates, no, because his reign or his era was at the Highbury Stadium. So do you think he needs to have something? It's a tricky one. And actually, I rate this gentleman here, George Graham, higher than Arsene Wenger. I understand what he brought to Arsenal and revolutionized the mechanics of the kind of food that players should be eating, elongating their careers. But this gentleman here, what he achieved at Arsenal was miraculous. And it could never happen now. He was a club legend. Remember, double winning side 1971. Captain, he was called Stroller for the way he used to stroll around the pitch. Then he went to manage Millwall, came from Millwall to manage Arsenal. I'm not sure if that could happen again in modern football. But what do you think about George Graham? Maybe a lot of you probably don't know anything about George Graham. A lot of the young fan base believe that Arsenal began when Arsene Wenger started to manage, when he came over from 1995 to 96. Nah. Arsenal have been around a lot longer than that. But again, I'm going to ask the question, does George Graham deserve to have a statue? And again, not at the Emirates. I don't know, at the Emirates? Anyhow. So, these are all the new segments currently running on Channel 4 TV today on what has been, I think, the hottest day ever in the UK. And I went to my appointment and I said, you know what? Took my hat. I was wearing this hat, wearing this. And I got to just chill it out, be cool, calm and collective. And I was sweating buckets, but I liked it. Now, listen, this is just me saying this, okay? I do love the hot weather, okay? A lot of you who probably, who are, I don't know, susceptible to hot weathers and maybe in a category where you need to be inside, then use your common sense. Don't be out on the hottest day, after the hottest time is between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., but it's almost 3:30 p.m., but it's still hot outside. So, use your common sense, all right? Anyhow, so definitely we've got problems with the chat. I'm not sure what's going on with the chat. Let me see if I can fire it up using, what happens when I use this? I'm not sure. I put like a, okay, wait, it's saying here, waiting for, it's just this one. It's just, this one's no better. This one is no better. It's just worse, actually. Let's have a look. Sorry about this, people. Just want to find out what is going on with the live chat. It's just not working, is it? Not working. And where's the woman? The woman is supposed to help me. She's not here. Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, not to worry. So let me remove this. What about if I do this? No, the live chat is just disabled for whatever reason. Okay, we'll forget about it. So I'll read the comments from my mobile phone, my good old mobile phone. Before I go into that, I do want to check and see if we've got any comments in the, let's have a look here, on our Twitter feed. Right, there's not any comments in the Twitter feed. Okay, so now I can go back, I believe. I'm doing all this technical stuff whilst we're live on air. And I'm thinking, where's this woman that's supposed to be helping me with this? Where's she gone? Anyway, forget about that. So let's go into the voting that we did. The latest vote that we've done is choose which winger. If you had to choose only one between these two wingers, who would you choose? And the options were Gabby Martinelli or Leroy Sané. Now, all this discussion debates happened yesterday in the evening show about Leroy Sané. Oh, yeah, he's a finished product. Whereas Gabby Martinelli, he's like in development. It's got to be Leroy Sané. Then you guys didn't show it in the vote. Didn't show it in the vote because I'm thinking we've received 1,200 votes, 2 comments, 45 likes, and only 26% of you went for Leroy Sané, and 74% went for Gabby Martinelli. And I'm happy about that. I am truly happy about that. Oh, dearie me. All right. Okay. Let me just remove this thing here. Okay. Begging your pardon, people. Just bear me a second. Just trying to see if there's any other way I can fire up the live chat. And there is no way. It's just says to me the live chat is just been, it's closed. Can't post messages to some channels. All right, anyway, fair enough. So you can still come live chat. I'm going to read all the comments from my mobile phone, my trusty mobile phone, even if it's not coming here. So I can see there's 24 of you watching now. So thank you for that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate your support. There's been live shows, 2 live shows per day, almost getting back how we were like 3 years ago. 3 live shows. I couldn't do it now. I couldn't. I don't have the stamina now. Anyhow, let's have a look here. So we've got Royston who says, hello, Alex. I hope more signings coming in. Midfielder from Leon sounds like a good buy. Okay. And then Moses says, good afternoon, Alex. Are you really sure that Arsenal will buy Tielemans and any other high-profile wingers? Listen out for my video, which will come out in the next, I'll say, couple of hours in regards to David Ornstein's opinion about why Arsenal, they want Yuri Tielemans, but it's a little bit complicated. And it might just be, we'll have to sell 1 or 2 players to finance Yuri Tielemans. Ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Let's go, Arsenal. Big up Cannon and the gang. Thank you for that ace. Tielemans and sorry guys, Tielemans and Lucas be the icing on top of the cake. And I'm greedy. Please bring in world-class goalkeeper Jan Sommer. No, would be so perfect for us brilliant goals. But Ace, so do you not rate? You don't rate Ramsdale? You don't rate him? No. Sorry, guys, I'm just checking this. But yeah, do you not rate Aaron Ramsdale? I think he's been the one player, again, to be the catalyst to have the defense that we have. Really, and I'm not joking. I'm absolutely serious about this. Right, people, I just need to do something very, very technical minded about this. I'm thinking, why is it? Okay, let's have a look here. So I can see all your comments here. Why can't I see it? Okay, sorry about this, people. I shouldn't really be doing this live. I mean, this is something that I was hoping I was going to get assistance with, but not so. Not so. So what am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing, people. Okay, all right. Sorry about this, people. It's just I'm not sure what's going on here. Yeah. No. Right. It's not going to work. I'm not sure what's happened. It's just very, very strange. Why? It's not allowing me to stream the chat. All the comments should be coming through, and they're not. So I think I'm going to leave that for another time. I do apologize again, people. I really don't know what's happening. So we're going to continue to read the comments, from my mobile phone. Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyhow, so where were we? Okay, Spurs and Mikel says, well, Arteta came from nothing to Arsenal, but without the experience, methodology, or success. Yes, give George his statue, lay the foundations. Arteta and Edu favourites, buzzword for one Arsenal successful periods. But so where does the statue go? Because it has nothing to do with the Emirates, does it? So where does the George Graham statue go? Why not have both Martinelli and Sane? Sane is better than Elmsford Road. Is a version 0.01. Terry Hogan, yes, Elto, the original Godfather himself, is in the live chat. There's got to say, Richard Garlick might be bringing a bit of business acumen to our selling policy. Announce we want a 50 million for him. Just might set up a bidding auction. That's a good point, actually, Elto. Large up, Alex. Mike, check one. Check. Yeah, thank you for that, man. Large up, Mike. Yeah, Ramsdale. Okay, but not Turner. Absolutely not Turner. Yeah, Matt Turner. My goodness. Ramsdale. Okay, he can be shaky, but Turner is not good. Again, people, I do apologize. I'm not sure what's happened here. Yeah, there's no live chat I'm able to put up on the screen. And I did ask for assistance, and the person said that they will be helping me, and they're not here. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened. All right. Oops. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. It's just that she's away. Okay. Let's see what she comes back with. So, yeah. Come in a live chat. Any more questions? Unfortunately, I can't put the live comments on the screen. For whatever reason, the live chat is not working. Is it going to allow me to? Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. If I do this, let me see if I do that, and if I do this, and then if I do that, I got to try something, haven't I? Let's just see. That might just get it going. Okay. Let's see. Right, I've chosen that one. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a butchers and see if that's worked now. Let's have a look and see. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what that means. What does this mean? God dear. Oh dear. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I better stop that. Okay, let's have a look here. Right. Yes, I am having problems. Okay. All right. So let me put that. I have to sorry, Victoria. I'm gonna have to minimize the window because I'm actually live on my show. So yeah. Let's have a look here. Still nothing there. No, there's still nothing there. So let's look at the poll. Let's see if there's been any changes there. Any changes? Any more changes? And it says, no, we're still the same. 1,200 votes, 2 comments, and still let's get for 50 likes. The benchmark is 50 likes. Choose only one. Who would you choose? Gabby Martinelli or Leroy Sané? For me, it's Martinelli all day long. I'm sorry, people. Has to be Leroy Sané. I'm what he's saying. Okay. Okay. Issue with server, but we're waiting for feedback from. We'd like to receive an email once. Okay. Right. So they're saying actually there is a problem. There's a problem with the server. Well, they should have told me that before, innit? Should have told me that before. Okay, so we're not going to get any comments coming through. Typical, innit? Typical. All right, can I get this? Can I remove this? All right, thank goodness for that. So let's go back in the live chat. I do apologize. I'm not able to put any live chats up. I think what I will do though, can I do this? Can I do this? Let's have a look. No, I can't, can I? God daring me. I might have to change back to my original platform. Never happened on the old platform I had before. So, let's get Ivory back. Ivory. There we go. Hey, it's a little bit more bearable, isn't it? There we go. Hey. All right. So, back in the live chat. Who else do we have here? All right. So, Ace is saying George outside the shop. Oh, dude, that's funny. George Graham statue outside the armory. Oh, goodness gracious me. Emirates for George. Why put it in the empty ground of? I know, but okay. Any news on the Italian midfielder we are after? Did I not? The video is going to be up in a little while. In the next hour or so. Definitely not putting George outside the shop. Goes against what Graham stood for and a win over commercial value. I read this morning that Arsenal have broken, is it their own record sales for that kit? Now, LTL, I'm not sure if you're still watching LTL. Can you please tell everyone the black has never had anything to do with our kit over the history since Arsenal started. Nothing to do with the kit. Nothing. Man, ridiculous. What else? Ace says, my dad, same with today's technology. Yeah. Okay, put George on put him on the roof. What roof? The roof is on fire. George next to the trophy cabinet. Hey, would you take him, Leroy? I would take him. But I said, at whose expense? Because Leroy Sané coming to play at Arsenal, he's not coming to be anybody's backup. I will probably say I would take him and sell Nico Pepe. But Nico Pepe doesn't get to start. So it's like I said, it's good to have competition, but you're bringing a proven international who's won the Premier League how many times? I think maybe twice in the time that he stayed at Man City. I would have him. But where do you play him? Do you play him coming off the left? Where do you play Leroy? I would have him. But if you ask me the question, Martinelli or Sané, I'll go for Martinelli, man. I'm just saying. Probably don't like it, but I'm just saying. Where were we? 12 for work says thoughts on party being allowed in the States. What's wrong? Why not? George next to the trophy. You take him, Sani. Put that 10 mil into Savage. Okay, trophies is what matters to George and Arsenal on a different ownership. If we want top four, we need proven players. If Saka doesn't like it and Sané proves he's better, let City pay 100 million for Saka. Okay, I was going to say something else about HK's comments there, but I'm not going to go in on that. I can't wait for Zinchenko at Arsenal. Yeah. What time is the Arsenal match tomorrow? My fodder. You mean your brother, not fodder. That's a good question, actually. I did check it out the other day, but I tell you what, that Everton game killed me, man. I was thinking, Did we have to play that game against Everton in the States? 2 Premier League teams, and we're going to be playing against Chelsea as well, aren't we? Should have just played here in the UK. But I'll just check because somebody's asking. All right, let's have a butchers. Let's have a look. Right, it says here it's 12:30. 12:30 BST. So local time 12:30. Oh, my goodness, that's going to be a killer, man. Yeah. Against Orlando City. All right, so there you go. No, sorry, I'm Thursday. Beg your pardon. Thursday, 21st, 12:30. Oh my goodness, man! I can't stay at 12:30, man. Anyhow, there it is. There it is. No, man. Okay, sorry about this. Let's double check something. This message here. Okay, and close it down. It's been interesting, man. Very, very interesting. I cannot show the comments, unfortunately. So what I've done, I put my original place, the spiritual home, the Emirates. The Emirates, not the Emirates. Ivory. That's the spiritual home. So yeah, I can't put the comments up. I do apologize for that. Right, back into the live chat on my mobile phone. So let's have a look. Lucas can cover both wings and up front, so I would get him as Oleksandr, especially now his value has been dropped. It's a no-brainer. Your son is asking. Oh, okay, it's work for work. My fodder. I would have Sani. He's better than what we have, and he has plenty to teach. To teach technically, says Spursy Mikel. HK, what happened to playing Leighton Orient and smashing them? HK, man, come on, man. But you know what it is? It's like you look at Arsenal now. And this is why you might hate me for this. My second favorite club is Fulham. And I haven't gone too often over the last, 40 odd years. I've only been once to the Cottage. And when I went there, it's a family club. It's a family club. Arsenal is no longer a family club. All it is corporate and about making money. So you're right. What's wrong with just playing Leighton Orient? But what it is, it's to do with money. And of all places, it would have to be the States because KSE is placed in the United States. So you're right. Why not play, clubs like Barnet, or I can't play Brentford because they're now in the Premier League. But what's wrong with playing those clubs there? It's all about the money. Ka-ching. It's mad going USA to play English. Yeah, I was thinking I'm staying up until midnight to watch Arsenal versus Everton play in the States. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Tendai, yes, brother. Yes, we'll be catching up tomorrow. Yeah, man. Big up, Alex. Big up, Tendi. Big up. Where do you see Arsenal finishing this coming season if we get the transfer targets? The Joneses. Who wants to be like the Joneses? So where do we... My mentality at my cost is always to demand Arsenal to win the Premier League. That's where we should be aiming for, not just getting into scraping top 4, not buying the players just to bulk up and just see if we can get ourselves over the line top 4 to win the Premier League. That should be the first goal. When you think about buying players, is this player going to help me win the Premier League? Are these group of players ready to win the Premier League? If they're not, then we don't buy those players. And we don't literally have time now. to buy players for the future. The players we should be buying should be for the here and now. Experienced players plus project youth. For me, that's it. But I'll answer your question. Yeah, I think with what we have now, ain't winning the Premier League. Not going to win the Premier League. Okay, so I will say highest. Sorry, just received a message from the creators, the developers. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. I need to close it. Sorry about that, people. So I would say, yeah, the highest I would probably say, I want Arsenal to finish. I want them to finish and win the Premier League, but we haven't got all the signings yet. And who are going to be the final signings in this transfer window? So I can't really answer that question until I know who the signings are. Sorry. I got out of that one, didn't I? I got out of that one. So Ace says, I want to see Arsenal challenging everyone. Absolutely. Not just calling in, making top 4. No. Put Liverpool and Man City to the sword. But we've got to have the players who can do that. If we get Paqueta and a backup right wing, what do you give the window? If we get him, it still would be a 5 out of 10, because I've always said the defense can only do so much. Now we've got William Saliba finally back. And my back for the defense would consist of Gabriel and Saliba in the CBs there. Right back, our number one. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Now I've got these guys now, the support team, trying to, you're interrupting my live show. I forgot what I was going to say now. Yeah, so the CBs would be Gabriel with William Saliba. Right back would be Tommy Asu. Number one right back. Left back, it would have to be Kieran Tierney. But they can only do so much. The midfield has to provide some defence. Paqueta is not a defensive midfielder. And for that reason, I'll stick to a 5 out of 10. You're saying if we get, just imagine if we got him, he's not a defensive midfielder. So you're still leaving the midfield open, and it's going to be relentless for the defence to keep defending. Thomas Partey is not a defensive midfielder. Now, on the other hand, Mohamed El-Neni is predominantly a defensive midfielder. Lucas Torreira, played in the right position, is a defensive midfielder. We wouldn't have to look and see, do we have enough money? Do we have to sell the players to buy a defensive midfielder? Because we have 2 defensive midfielders. So look here, where was I? Guys, I do apologize for this, man. Having to use my mobile phone, which is not really good. Actually, you know what? Let me use my. Shall I use my? No, I won't. I'll keep using my mobile phone. So, again, I do apologize because I'm not able to put the live chat here, but you can still continue chatting on YouTube. And actually on Twitter as well and Facebook. All the platforms were unable to feature in the live chat today. Son is good. It's better. You mean Elisa Misoya says Son is better or good or better than Martinelli. I always like West Ham, Newcastle, and Real Madrid and Liverpool. Collect all these Brazilians. It's HK. We're always better of the season. Laka, 4 goals, was terrible. Eddie and Jesus already an improvement. Yeah, they are an improvement. They are. You can see the quality in Gabriel Jesus. I don't care what people say. Quality there, but you have to back it up with more quality, don't you? I share the same mentality. I want to win EPL, but in reality, the likes of City and Liverpool are too far ahead. But I clearly see us closing the gap on them lot. The Joneses, yeah, but why are we in this position? Why are we not able to close a gap on City and Liverpool? Why is it? And it is down to the mentality of the ownership. We can debate, well, Arsene Wenger, what he did or what he failed to do. We can debate about Unai Emery, what he did and what he failed to do. And we can also debate about Mikel Arteta. But at the end of the day, if you have the mentality, a mediocre mentality, not an elite mentality, and like I said on the morning show, just listen to what Robert Saliba, in his short interview, towards the end, he was asked, actually, I think he was asked twice that question about what he wants to achieve for the season. And that in that deep voice of his, he said, no, I want to win everything. That, my friend, is an elite mentality. The youngster has come back and he says he wants to win everything. That's the mentality we want. We want players to have the ambition. But above all, you want to have the club with the ambition. It just doesn't work if the club doesn't have the ambition and the players do. It just doesn't work. A symbiotic relationship means that we all gravitate and we all have the elite mentality. Saliba, Lacazette saying, you know what, I'm happy to be back at Lyon. You know, they're ambitious. I was thinking, so what about Arsenal? What about Arsenal? Didn't have that elite mentality. The wrong kind of mentality. And I can see, you know, I know we've been talking about, you know, Martinelli. I'm not going to generalize and say, oh, you know what, it's because of it's South American mentality. When the guys on the board, it's just like head down, bomb for the goal. Because other players, you know, across Europe, other countries also have that mentality. But when you look at Martinelli, the guy's just thinking, I'm going to go for goal. Jesus just happens to be a Brazilian, just wants to go for goal. Yeah? That's the kind of mentality you want. William Saliba should be the benchmark. What do you want to win for? What do you want to achieve this season? I want to win everything. That is an elite mentality. Now, if I'm sat here and I'm doing a live show with, you know, Stan Kroenke or Josh Kroenke, and I ask them that question, they won't give me that answer. They won't say to me, you know what, I want to win everything. Because Stan said, it's been documented that he did not buy Arsenal to win trophies. Didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies. And that's what, 16, 17 years ago. So that mentality has trickled down and become part of the culture of Arsenal. So I go back to my original point. You need to recruit players with the right mentality. What mentality do you have? Do you have a mediocre mentality? Or do you have a win by all cost mentality? I want to win everything. That's the point I want to make there. Again, you can see the quality in Gabriel Jesus. You can see what Gabriel Martinelli wants to achieve. Can all the players gravitate to that level? Or otherwise, it's a waste of time. They've got players who have that mentality, much like William Saliba, and all the other players, they don't have the winning mentality. If they don't, you need to sell them and recruit the right players who will fight tooth and nail, who have the right mentality. And like I said, I don't like to bang on about this. It's not about playing well at home. Playing well at home when it's sunny and shining doesn't work like that. Play well, fight for the cause when you're playing up north, when it's raining, when it's cold, when you've just lost a man through injury or been sent off. Show me that winning elite mentality then. Show it to me then. A little bit of a rant there. Dearie me. Anyway, where were we? Saka will score loads more with Jesus. Competing with Bayern Munich and not West Ham. Says HK. Team needs goals. Our stats, how Jesus isn't one man army. Says HK. A says Ben White I would use as a right back with Tomiyasu and Ben. A limited market in Brazil and limiting Arsenal's options. Rachel, good afternoon. Rachel says, who do you think Arsenal could sign next? Well, Rachel, I've said that I can just see we're going to have 2 more signings. So we're on the verge of signing and actually announcing Oleksandr Zinchenko. He's in London to do his medical and be off again. And next person, I think, will be Yuri Tillemans. Again, there is a video, I think, that went live. No, it's going to go live in an hour's time. It's complicated. Because in the report, it says that Arsenal most likely will have to sell a player, might have to be a midfielder, to raise the finance to buy Yuri Tillemans. Complicated. Only Arsenal. Only Arsenal. Niles and Cedric, I would move on. Cedric, good going forward, but on defense, he gets roasted easy. But Ace, I think he was a good stand-in for Tomiyasu. He did relatively well. I wouldn't sell him. But again, it's your opinion. DWTD was having trouble with stream. Yeah, okay. Thank you for that, Spursy. Yeah, and not good. They need to sort it out. But they actually have said in a support message I've received there, it's something to do with YouTube. They're sending a message to YouTube, but it's not able to decode the chat there. Stop mentioning El Neni. Nicholas Cornell says that's the solution to a DM. Party missed 13 games last season, and without him, we lost 7 of those 13. El Neni's average at best and should be moved on. Nicholas Gordon Harris. Well, you're saying to move on Mohamed El Neni. Who would you have in place of Mohamed El Neni? Because the fact remains, we need a central defensive midfielder. It's your opinion. I have to respect it, but I disagree with it. Mohamed El Neni should be. That's a big fly comes in here now. There's a fly. It's just coming. How's the fly get in there? Mohamed El Neni should be the benchmark for all the mentality to always train, always give your best. Never in the media doing the wrong thing. He scored more goals than the player you mentioned there, Thomas Partey. So what player, what kind of position is Thomas Partey supposed to be? Is he supposed to be a box-to-box midfielder? Is he supposed to be a creative midfielder? Or is he supposed to be a defensive midfielder? Because Mohamed El Neni is supposed to be a defensive midfielder. But he scores goals. Mohamed El Neni is a central defensive midfielder, but can score goals. He scored more goals with less appearances than Thomas Partey. Now, I think his injury record is not comparable to Thomas Partey. So if we've got a player of that caliber who's almost always injured, he's never been injured when he played for Atletico Madrid. He's come to Arsenal, been injured, he's no use to us. So who should you sell? A high caliber player who's almost always injured, doesn't score too many goals. Or a player who's central defensive midfielder never gets injured, but can score goals. Anyhow, Holding, Cedric and Niles, I think they had enough time. Cedric, kind of okay, but I think we should move most of them on now. They had too much time and no improvement. A manager that is inexperienced, 3, and 4, lack of leaders in the team. That's a good point, actually, Nicholas. It's a shame I can't feature your comment here. But you're right. Lack of leaders, detrimental. Sell Ben. So possible Rocky him and Holding as a quota bundle package. Tomiyasu as backup. All right, okay. Good thing is if Arteta fails, we can get a new manager to the team. Come on. I'm not going to read that. Rachel says the Arsenal team have now developed and they are ready to win the cups. Veterans shouldn't even be here still, but Torreira I would keep, says Ace. Alan says, thanks for the program. I would like to know what's Holding and Talisman deal. Holding. Holding's still here. And actually went out, didn't he, on the tour. squad player at most, not a sure starter unless it's injuries. As well, we're back in the Europa League. The Yuri Tielemans deal, I've already spoken about that. I'm always happy when we beat Man. Elisa Misoya. I think Ben can do what Cedric does, but I'm okay if Cedric stays. But Niles and Holding should get some good cash on them and out better in. Thank you for the transfer news update. Thank you for that, Fada. All right. Show that support fans by hitting that like button. Errol Waters afternoon sounds too much like a Logic, bro. Sounds too much like Logic. Well, okay, you're criticizing me. Anyway, I would bring in some more. Yeah. From Leicester as a holding midfielder over Tielemans, an attacking midfielder, and Samari is on rocky terms with Rodgers. In place of Mohamed El-Neni, I would keep a Torreira. That's a good shout. What player is Partey? The answer is a player that breaks play, beats the press quickly, and splits the lines with passes that transitions quickly when he plays. I mean, he didn't play for the last how many games because he got injured? Detrimental. A player's not used to us. Like Kieran Tierney, he's not the only one. Kieran Tierney's not used to us if he's always injured. Keep Marty and out Holding. So Saliba, Gabriel Martinelli, and Marty I would go with. Okay, thank you for that, people. So I think I'll go into... Let's go into the we're having so many problems today with the live chat and other bits and pieces, technical problems here. I'm going to give a special shout out to George Eastman, another club legend. I know he, I think he had surgery quite recently, and I'm hoping, he's actually part of the double winning side 1971. So we're hoping that he is recovering quite well. Actually, I think what I'll do, I think I'll talk about him tomorrow. Not now. Okay, so let's have a look here. It's a shame I can't put the live comments on the chat here. I do apologize about that. There's nothing I can do. It's a technical problem with the decoding on YouTube when we use this app here. So I do apologize for that. Okay. Troya looks happy in training. I don't watch the training videos anymore. I haven't done so for the last 2-3 years. Murga says, Yuri, if it is impossible, bring in Kante and Kante. That's 2 Kantes versus the 4 Yuris. All right. Let's have a look here. Refresh the page again. I do apologize for this. So, what we're going to do? I need to just make some tweaks to see if I can actually make the live chat work. So, give me a few seconds, a few minutes. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in maybe 2 minutes. I need to make some changes to the configuration here on the live show. So I'll be back in a few seconds. Just give me 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm back. With a little tweak, it didn't work. It didn't work. I definitely can't get the live chat. Again, it's the same issue. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so let's go back in the live chat. Well, live chat on my phone at least before we wrap up this one. Been running for 1 minute and 30 hour. Unlike an hour long show. We'll see how so Party can't sit and hold the midfield like he did. I don't think so. I've not seen it. It depends how you want to play him. He's not naturally a central defensive midfielder. Mr. Smith says, I would like to see them bring in Onana, Savic, either Sane or Anthony. We have to make more signs to keep up with Buds, man. They've destroyed the Jed Spence, haven't they? The Jed Spence. The Martinez said that he's probably the most difficult player that he's played against. The Jed Spence. Torreira, Pepe holding and bringing Tillemans. Arsenal definitely doing their business. So I'm kind of cool the way we're moving at the moment, but I'm definitely could be better with a couple more signings. Loving the hip hop beats. Yeah, good afternoon, Lone Wolf, man. Hope you're keeping well, brother. You can't compare Partey with El Neni. And that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to say. That was my point, because El Neni is a central defensive midfielder who's almost never been injured. But then you've got a box-to-box midfielder who costs maybe twice as much as Mohamed El Neni. Box-to-box midfielder can't score many goals and is almost always injured. Arsenal to get another attacking midfielder. Tillemans, ridiculous nonsense. We need a defensive midfielder. Tell them, Spursy, man. Tell them. Athletic to replace Xhaka to protect the back line. I beg, use logic. Use your brain. I need 4 more. Oh, my goodness. 4 more, says Mr. Smith. 4 more plus Zinchenko, then it will be a very good window. And Kroenke has backed the manager. Oh, my goodness. 4 more signings, you're saying. Torreira, our little pit bull, will be crazy. Let him go. He's 100% a baller. I'm body popping. I'm glad you liked it. Hey, I think it's back working now. Is it back working? I think it might be back working. Yeah, it's working now. It's working. Yay! There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Is it working? Come on, guys. Yay! Yes, 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 yes. The live chat is working. Oh, my days. Thank God for that. Thank goodness for that. So I need to read these and then catch up with the comments here. Let's have a look here. Where was I? Audio. The reverb sounds auto tunes. I think for that. Sorted. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so sound quality is a bit shady. Is it? Okay, let me. On my audio or the music? Here's the music. I can modify that. Much better. Spence is good. It's a good time. Where's he gone to? Arsenal, because we waited just too long, didn't we? It's working. It's working. Yay! I'm so happy. All right, it's working. I think Eddie says, I think Tillemans is the best option, and selling out Pepe, Lucas, such that we get enough money for him. Mr. Smith says Arteta. How far have we gotten? I don't want to. Okay, we need to get to twerk for work. Microphone is good. We need six more signings after Zinchenko. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. All right, okay. So let's get into these. Yes, it's working again now. All right, twerk for work says, this heat is too much. I've never sweated this much in my life. In my life, okay, in my life, okay. We should have gotten Spence and Max Aaron's and Costa Costana as our new right backs. A says El Neni got a good shot on him. Yeah, he has. Why? Because he said he practices. During training, what does he do? He practices. After training, he practices. Thomas Partey, take a lesson. During practice, Thomas Partey, practice shooting. After training, you can practice with Mohamed El Neni. It's as simple as that. My goodness. Des, good afternoon, Sister Highlights. I hope you are well. I think Zinchenko will play in midfield. So do I. So do I. Good to see you back. Hope you're keeping well. It's working. Yes. Thank goodness for that. I think Tillemans is the best option and selling out Pepe, Lucas, such that we get enough money. Yeah, I think for me, Pepe, it's done. It's done. Mr. Smith says, Arteta said more signs will be coming after Zinchenko. Defo got to strengthen the midfield. That is a critical area where we are the weakest. Absolutely. Mr. Smith, have you been reading my notes? Have you been reading my notes? Possibly, yeah. Anyhow. Okay, thank you, Mr. Smith. Microphone is good. Thank you. Wow, we need 6 more signs after Zinchenko. It's not going to happen. Watching from Uganda. Thank you for that, Eddie. Say hello to your family from everyone here, please. Goodwin says, Yuri Tillemans and Leroy Sané will be a good addition to the team. I just can't get my head beyond Arsenal getting a CDM. We need a CDM, man. Who is going to be the backup for Saka since Pepe is going to be sold? Well, I guess maybe Leroy Sané. Maybe Leroy Sané. I don't know. Let's look here. Okay, so read only. Sorry about people, just making sure that. All right. Okay, so I can put this back up on the screen. There we go. All right, so now we're up and running. Thank goodness for that. Ah, my goodness. Ah, dear. Double header show. Yeah, the second live show we did today. It's nothing compared to what I was doing back in the day, like 2 years ago when the pandemic hit. I was doing 3 live shows and bucket loads of pre-recorded videos to keep everyone engaged when the pandemic first hit in the UK. But we're not anywhere near close to that level there. That's a lot of work for one person, man. A lot of work for one person. So we'll go through these last comments here, but let me just kind of tune in to the Twitter feed and see if we've got any more comments coming from there. Okay, there's nothing there. And refresh the page. The latest poll that we're doing is you get to choose between Gabby Martinelli or Leroy Sané. Yes, you are watching now, just sitting there thinking, I need to get into the live chat. I've got to say something in live chat. The live chat's not been working. So to you, I'm speaking to you, who would you choose between Leroy Sané and Gabriel Martinelli? I just had to ask that question, didn't I? Had to ask that question. So I tell you what, the numbers haven't changed that much. We've got now 1,200 votes, 2 comments, and 1 more like, 46 likes. 26% of the subscribers have gone for Leroy Sané, which means Gabby Martinelli has won 74%. Was it not a tough choice to make? Because again, I know what Leroy Sané brings and what he has. He's the finished product, isn't he? Anyway, I'm not going to be reading that comment out again. that vote there again. Let's go back in the live chat just for last time before I do finish this one. Oh, there's not been any more comments. Oh, do you know what? It stopped working again now. It stopped working. Get rid of okay, show. Ooh. Do you know what? It stopped working again. The live chat has stopped working. So I'm gonna have to go back here. A good thing I'm gonna end the show anyway. So let's have a look here. What did I get up to? All right. We got to, where did we get to? Jamaican Jamaican Star NYC says X. What do you mean X? He says Zaha for Pepe, not for me. If we were looking at Zaha maybe 5 or 6 years ago, then maybe. And the tragic thing is that Unai Emery he wanted Wilfried Zaha, and they gave him Nico Pepe. So Nico Pepe shouldn't have been at Arsenal. But anyway, the time he's been with Arsenal, he just hasn't hit the heights that we were hoping it's going to happen. Yeah, so I would gladly sell Nico Pepe. Des says, I'm good. My friend Tiddemans is begging to come to Arsenal. Absolutely. He's told his teammates, he's told Brendan Rodgers that he wants to leave. He's not wanting to sign a contract extension. He, excuse me, he wants to come to Arsenal. Yeah, sorry, the live chat has gone down again. Imagine that. I think the problem is his name is not. Thank you for that, Des. Mr. Smith says, I'm not entirely sold on Tillemans, but Savage would be a big improvement on Xhaka. I'll give you the comment in the live chat so far, Mr. Smith. I completely agree. 200%, not 100, 200%. Suppose he says, party and training would be... Party in training has world-class finishing. It's when he's on the pitch that's the problem. We should get Leicester's right back, Costana or Pereira or Soumane, a holding midfielder or Rocky terms with Rodgers. Have people looked at Onana and Fofana? We have. We featured them a few times last season. Longwolf says, I agree with Goodwin Yuri. It's perfect and get rid of Pepe for Sane. Yeah. Leroy, of course, but the grass is always looks greener on the other side, says Ruben. It does, doesn't it? It does. Leroy Sane for me, says Goodwin. We missed out massively on the CDM Pafina or Sporting Lisbon, a title winner, and UCL. He says Martinelli. That's a tough choice, Alex. I know. Lone Wolf says, I would choose Leroy Sane. Gabby can learn from Sane. Yes, he can. Candorley, Jackson, good afternoon, says Sane have more experience than Marseille. It's funny because on Thursday, when I started doing the poll there, I got the same comments there, but it didn't translate onto the poll. Go over and vote. Vote on the poll. Parfina has gone to Fulham. Has he? Wow, I need to look out for that one. And we'll miss out massively on Phillips. My first choice as central defensive midfielder, gone to Man City, where he's no doubt he's going to win. He'll win stuff. He's going to win stuff, isn't he? Signing money, I could go on midfielders and give Martinelli the season. School daddy, schoolboy, yes, brother, school daddy. Good, Alex. Sane will always be ahead of Martinelli from the flank, but I always fancy giving Martinelli a chance more centrally. But we need a CDM to make it a good window, and we are good to go. I've been saying that for how long, school daddy? I've been saying that for the longest time. The defense to its credit did quite well, and think they only missed out, getting the top four. But imagine if we had a central defensive midfielder. Life would be a little bit better, and not a whole lot better, but a little bit better. And the defense would get some respite. But you're right, we need a central defensive midfielder. Control. Actually, school daddy, I'm going to send you an email after we're done here. Control the midfield. You control the game. We definitely got borders for attacking. Yeah. Thoughts on Cody Gakpo, please? I featured him at least 3 or 4 times during the January transfer window. I think what I will do, I will upload those videos there. Yeah, why not? I can't remember how much we were talking about even back then, but yeah, Cody Gakpo, why not? Not fair to compare Martinelli and Sane. West Ham have had a bid for Onana. He fits the profile for us, 20 years old and already very good. We've got the new kid. We can play back up, play back up for Saka. Right. So the live chat has been not say disabled, but again, YouTube are having problems, still having problems with decoding the comments in the live chat. So I'm just reading it from my mobile phone. Donkey says, will let Basuma go to Tottenham? But Donkey, you say it's not fair to compare Martinelli to Sane. Why not? I mean, they both predominantly play in the same position. Or well, yeah. Goodwin says, probably if Tillemans was a Brazilian, I would have been, he would have been signed already. Basuma, old news, says Ace. Dearie me, man. The live chat didn't last long, did it? Didn't last long. So let me remove this. Yeah, it's not working anymore. Basuma, old news. All right. I think, are we finished? I've been running for an hour and 15 minutes. 15 minutes over the allotted time, man. I need to go and do some cooking, man. I need to do some cooking, even though it's like, what's the time? Yeah. We'll go for a few more minutes. And then we're going to wrap this one up. A quick message to Des. I'm not sure if Des, if you're still watching, send me a message. Send me a message, Des. Just say yes, I'm still watching, and then I'll send you the message. So a quick message. I am still watching, Alex, please. All right, there you go. There it goes. All right, now, Des, can you send me a message in my DM on Twitter, please? Are you on Twitter? I don't think you're on Twitter, are you? Send me a message to on Twitter, please. Yeah, and I'll respond to your message. All right. So yeah, it's still not working there. Last few. But so Mr. Smith, the first thing when I saw your handle, the name there, Mr. Smith, I thought of Dr. Smith because my mum loved watching, what was that program? The 60s program. Lost in Space. So my mum loved watching that program for Dr. Smith and the robot. I can't remember the name of the robot, but yeah, Mr. Smith, thank you for subscribing. Not on Twitter, mate. I can send you. Yeah, send me an email. Send me an email, please. Sane is well proven. Martinelli is growing as a player. Yeah. Competition, though, isn't it? We need to have the players in positions, having competitions, always looking over their shoulder. If Man City can do it, if Liverpool can do it, if Chelsea can do it to a certain extent, why can't we do it? Again, having that elite mentality. Yeah, again, I'm not going to rant and rave. You know my thoughts if you don't know that already. I don't like KSC. All the stuff about when they're giving us money. If I was a sugar daddy of Arsenal, I'd want to know where's the money going to. Better still, I would employ somebody who knows how to run a club on my behalf. And that person or these people would report back to me. Why can't KSC, Stan Kroenke, do that? Because he's not interested in that. He's not interested in that. Of all the income streams we have coming in, now we've got paying fans going back in the stadiums. And Josh Kroenke did say that. That's one of the things that kind of slapped me in the face that he said in an interview. Now we've got paying fans coming back. The income, I'm thinking, right, it's always been about the money, not about the trophies. Because if it was about the trophies, we would have the winning mentality, the elite mentality, and we don't have that at Arsenal. We're not an elite club. Right, let's have a look here. Last few before I do finish this one. Yeah, This is a DWT had the same problems last night. All right, okay, cool. Sonny is well proven. Martinelli is growing as a player. I'm here, bro. A nice one. Arsenal needs one more striker and a DM. I want Arsenal to go in and buy a quality striker. I want Arsenal to buy a backup left back. I just don't think Tierney could last another season without getting injured again at critical moments. Actually, any time for him to get injured is not good for us. And I'm going to say the same thing about Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is no good to us. He might come with flair and beating the lines and beating the press, but he can't do that from the physio's bench. I've never seen a player play from the physio's bench. Maybe Thomas Partey could be the first player to do that, but he's no use to us. If he's always going to be on the physio's bench, I'd rather sell him. Yeah, Mr. Smith says lost in space. Yeah. And what is your imperfect for? He's not. Oh my goodness, what's happened there? He's not defensively good and not good off the ball. Please, what is he's perfect for? And that's what I actually said. I said, ideally, I would make a sacrifice not to go for Yuri Tillmans and buy a central defensive midfielder. And for me, the choice would be Lucas Torreira. We would not have to spend money on Lucas Torreira because he's our player, isn't he? Smith was a coward. I'm an ex-pro fighter. Okay, Mr. Smith, I'm not going to argue with you, man. We've got another enforcer. We can do it too. It says Ami X. We miss David Dean. Yeah, a guy who knew how to run a club. Unfortunately, he was the one who let the wolf in sheep's clothing in the shape of KSE come to Arsenal. So, yeah, David Dean, we need that kind of figurehead, isn't it? The person who knows how to run a club. Man City have two CDMs. We only have an any. What is wrong with that picture? Is it back again? No, it's still closed, isn't it? Goodness. KSC, I hate KSC. He is the one who said I brought the club. Man, Lone Wolf, have you been reading my notes? There's two people who've been reading my notes. Mr. Smith and the Lone Wolf. I hate KSC because he's the one who said I brought the club for not trophies. As with the next signing, if Lucas Paqueta next or Leroy Sané, what's your guess, bro? Well, with reading the report from David Ornstein, is that the deal is very complicated in regards to Yuri Tillmans. And I just don't think that we're anywhere near close to Leroy Sané. Lucas Paqueta is probably an outsider. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Big fan of Sané, but why have City and Bayern let him go? I'm all in on Sané, though, but let's get Savic. Partey needs help, says Mr. Smith. Is Sangare solid enough? I need to read it up on his stats. We'll send an email after the show. Thanks for that, Des. I think Tielemans will be next. Well, yeah, after the official announcement of Oleksandr Zinchenko, he most likely will be the next player. People, I think we have come to an end. I've been running for an hour and 20 minutes, man. 20 minutes too long, or over the time that I gave myself. And the live chat is not about to come back. I'm just going off my mobile phone. Check out Onana. I will check out Onana. We need a tall striker. Who would you go for, Des? I mean, people laughed at me when I said that Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney, I think he scored 13 goals across all competitions last season. Good on the ball, good in the air. He would give us something different. And again, you can see the quality in Gabriel Jesus. I mean, that goal he scored against Everton. Everton are jokers, man. Tried to bully Arsenal, man. Just didn't work, man. Didn't work. But first touch, control the ball. Second touch, scored a goal. But so I went for Ivan Toney as an additional striker. Again, good headering ability. A lot of players, they've forgotten that you can header the ball. You can header the ball. It's not, it's not going to be given away as a free kick. Header the ball. Practice in training, headering the ball. Ivan Toney's been headering the ball, man, since he was a baby. Anyhow, I think Tony's a good shout. I've got lots of pace as well. See? Scamacca. No, he's been linked with, is it West Ham, isn't it? I was going to say Tony. I wanted Scamacca, but I think he, from the last news I read about Scamacca, he is most likely going to West Ham. I'm thinking, West Ham? Man. Yeah, Luca, man. If you're not sure, just give me a call, man. My number is 079. Ivan Toney is all right, bro. Good choice. Yeah, and I've gone for him not only of that, because the guy plays in the Premier League. He wouldn't cost as much. He wouldn't cost, the house. Well, I said the house is not much money, but it wouldn't cost a lot of money. Ivan Toney is all right, bro. Good choice. Right. Okay. I believe we have come to an end on this one. I do apologize that I've not been able to feature any more live comments in the chat. Apparently, YouTube have a problem for some reason with the decoding of the comments. I think on any, unless you're using this as an overlay, which I didn't use the chat as an overlay, using other. Anyway, you don't need to know about that. I'll take a ring. Thank you for that, Des. If West Ham get Onana for 30 minutes, he will cost us 80 million down the road. Candole says, I wish Arsenal had brought a Kante, because Partey might get injured and we start losing with the depth of Arsenal team, says Candole. I completely agree with that. Scamacca has skills. He does have skills. I've only ever seen him play once, and that was against England. And I thought, wow, the build-up, the little, flicks, but come the time for him to shoot and score, the guy inside the 18-yard box, I'm thinking, man, he didn't even hit the target. But the guy's got skills. He has got skills, no doubt. But is he one for here and now, or is he one for the future? Very, very raw. Very, very raw. But, yeah. Donkey says, Scamacca has skill. We can hijack him from West Ham. Scamacca is cheaper than Tony. Yeah, he most likely would be cheaper, because you would have seen what he can produce in the Premier League. I've been told that is. And his price has probably doubled. I think he was brought for, was it £10 million? Brentford bought him from, I can't remember the team. It begins with P. But anyway, so yeah, Scamacca will probably be cheaper than Ivan, Mr. IT. Right, people, I'm finished. So I want to continue, but I've got other bits and pieces I need to do, man. It's not only about podcasting. Send me the email. Send me the email, please. We have come to an end on this doubleheader, the second live show that we did. Not. Well, you did do it as well, didn't you? Because it's like the symbiotic relationship here, one with the other. But I think before I end this show, and before I say share my gratitude to each and every one of you watching now on this live show, I think I will talk about this. I will talk about this opportunity for everyone that can actually have, especially in this time when you look at the price of fuel is going up, the price of your shopping is going up, inflation has gone through the roof, and a lot of us are literally struggling. And that is no joke. I mean, by the grace of God, I'm still alive. My children are adults. They're in their 30s. And I'm thinking, I would have been panicking, thinking, oh my goodness, my partner at the time, thinking, oh, we've got to pay the bills and the shopping. And at that time we had 2 cars. I mean, I don't have a car now. But it would be very, very scary to think, about now people are worried about paying and meeting the bills. Even more so about, having a job. I'm thinking about maybe retirement, or maybe have to put off the retirement, wanting to travel and you can't travel. But there will always be opportunities. And options, we can take the options, but with that does come risks. Having a family is a risk. Getting married is a risk. Having children is a risk. Traveling is a risk. Everything is a risk in life. But there is an opportunity to have passive income. And if you don't know what passive income means, it's like you've got money that's accumulating interest, and that interest upon interest is growing. It is growing. And we call that compounding. But that happens even when you're sleeping. So if you've got a job like I do, I have to work for the money. The money just doesn't come out of thin air. But with passive income, it works for you. Whilst you're sleeping, whilst you're out having laugh and joke or, traveling, the money's working for you. So if you're thinking, actually, Alex, I think I might want to have more information because I'm actually thinking I want to change my job. I want to retire. I want to buy the things I've always wanted to have. Actually, I want to spend more time with my family. And those bills, the bills are always going to be there. This might just be for you. So have a look at this quick video, and you owe it to yourself, not to me. You owe this opportunity to yourself and your family. If you are sat there listening to me rant on and just actually talking and maybe mention your comment in the live chat, you might be thinking to yourself that actually I want more details. You owe it to yourself. Have a look at this video. It's not a cryptic video because it explains everything in there. You might just recognize the voice. See you just in a few seconds, and I'll give you maybe a little bit more details. I have learned from the life I live that there are opportunities all around us if we will only just look and listen. With opportunities comes risk and rejection, yes, but imagine looking back and saying, I did that, rather than waiting until it was too late. If you want passive income and a sense of personal freedom, act now. This is not for everyone. Not everyone is looking. If you are that person, contact us now. asktherepublic1@gmail.com. So there you go. A little cryptic video, but it says, enjoy your family, enjoy your time, enjoy it. Right. So if you are that person, if you're watching me now, you thought, actually, I do want more details. Alex, give me more details because I want to know more. Send me an email at arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. You owe it to yourself to inquire and get more information. The opportunity does work. It does work. I'm in the opportunity. I get paid every Saturday. My wife is in the opportunity. My brother, my sister, my wife, even my mum is in this opportunity. We get paid every week. So if you are sat there, you're thinking, actually, Alex, I do want more information, send me an email at arsenalrepublic1@gmail.com. Okay? So we have finished. We have finished. So an hour and 30 minutes of laughter, jokes, and some return old faces in the live chat, and as well as some really good debating as well and discussions there. It's a possibility I might be back later on this evening, but I wouldn't hold it down. I wouldn't hold it to that. Maybe, maybe not. All right. I'm sure you've got more important. You have more important things to be than just listening to me talk about Arsenal-related stuff. But I do want to say before I finish this one, thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you to you, for spending your time watching me just talking about Arsenal. I much more showing gratitude is one of the highest levels of humanity. Showing gratitude and being kind. I'm not always kind because but anyway, it's a different story. A different story. Oh dearie me, man. All right, we're finished. We're finishing this one. Enjoy the remnants of your evening because it might be you're in Asia, Asiatic countries, which means it's probably your early morning. It might be your afternoon, which means you're probably North, Central, South America. Or if you're like me, just on the verge of late evening, take care. And until then, we have come to an end on this one. On this one, Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.